Dude, how did you get so many women on Tinder?
Just listen to the podcast. I'll show you how.
This is the Kismet Academy Podcast, brought to you by Kismet Academy, Lightning Marketing, and Bellyache Cosmetics.
Here's the first thing you have to do is take your ball, you wrap a rubber band around the ball to cut off the circulation, right? You take your ball, you put them into a vise, and you tighten them as tight as you can possibly get. The more crushed your balls get, the bigger your penis will be.
See, I don't think that works.
Oh, it's 100% accurate.
Well, I've done it
I do
before.
it every day.
You've done that before.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It doesn't work for me.
That's my morning routine, actually.
Wrapping freaking rubber bands around your balls?
No, putting the balls in a vise. Because it forces blood into the penile shaft. You see what I'm saying? It's almost like your dick's getting swollen from your balls being in the vise.
But you have to be hard already in order for that to work.
Right. That's why you just, do it in the morning whenever you've got a morning wood.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. So it's a
Well,
perfect-
what if you don't always get morning wood?
Then I suppose that's why they make Viagra. It extends.
So, Billy Bob, you're gonna hook us up with that Viagra, aren't you?
Yeah. Billy Bob
Yeah,
here
okay.
is the Viagra plug. So if anybody needs some Viagra, hit Bill up in the comments. He will ship it to your house for free, and he'll even pay for shipping. Well, welcome to the Kismet Academy Podcast, guys. My name is Ryan Cruz, and we are at yet another brand new location. It's like every single time we record, we are in another studio. Last time, we were in some guy's basement in the south of France. Today, we are actually in... Wait, where are we today?
Brazil.
Brazil.
Russell
Yeah.
Caves.
No. We're not
there.
We're not anywhere near that. We are in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, as a matter of fact. We're broadcasting from the bottom of the Jesus statue. You guys are
Which actually doubles as a prison.
Yes, and we got transported from the last prison in Russia to the prison at the bottom of the Jesus statue in Rio de Janeiro. If you're listening to this, please set us free. Again, my name is Ryan Cruz, and we are going to talk about something that we promised that we would talk to you about a couple of weeks ago. We never did get around to it because Bill interrupted us by telling us his sob story about his prostitution experience.
Right.
So today we finally get to hear the part 2 of Tapley's terribly awesome date from Tinder. Now,
Well, it wasn't actually a part 2.
okay, so it's
a different date.
okay, so this is
Right.
your second date.
Yeah.
This is your second date from
Second date from online
Tinder.
dating.
Perfect. Okay.
And it was actually Bumble.
Really? Okay, well this is news I didn't know.
You did know that.
That changes everything. I no longer want to hear about it.
Oh, well, Bill, Ebob, go ahead and
Bill
continue.
Ebob.
Go ahead and continue here with your prostitute story then.
My
No,
prostitute
his
story
story's
was all
over.
done.
It's
when
over.
you decided
sure
to
you
go
got
watch
more,
the
right?
game.
Let's focus on your Bumble date. So the first date you went on was from Tinder. Then you decided to try Bumble. Let's hear about how that went.
Well, again, like Tinder, I have been on Bumble for a while now, obviously. I run the same routine for the most part. It's a little different because girls have to message you first, obviously. but-
Exactly. Now, tell me this. What do you do? So you've got this routine in place that you learned from Kismet Academy. What do you do when the girl sends you a message that distracts you from the routine?
You acknowledge the message and then continue on with the routine
Attaboy.
as if it never happened.
Attaboy. Now, there is a rare exception. The rare exception is when she asks you a direct question. Most of the time, what do they say on Tinder or on Bumble?
Hey,
Exactly.
what's up?
Exactly. The thing that women always chastise men for sending on Bumble, they send the exact same thing. They say, hey, what's up? Hi, cutie. The whole 9 yards. So, normally what you can do is just blatantly ignore anything that they send. That's the first thing that I always do, is ignore the first thing that they say, and then send whatever opener I was going to send in the first place. But occasionally they will come up with something kind of like well thought out and interesting to say. If you won $100 million, what would you do with it? Like, that's an actually good conversation starter. And so the problem is that if you're not really experienced in online game and you're not a good texter, you're not good at coming up with things to say, then you can get stumped from a question like this because there's no direction. Like, the thing about a routine is you've got a guideline for you to stick to that is going to get you down to the point where you take her out on a date, and you know everything to say after every single message. But whenever you start deviating from the plan, that's whenever the conversation can get boring and out of control. So what you have to do is answer the question, but then immediately change the subject. So you definitely don't want to come off like a bot. And if you ignored her question whenever she asked you a direct question, or if she asked you something that was actually interesting, then you do come off kind of like a bot. So, anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's continue with the story.
Yeah, so, matched with this girl. We're just going to call her J.
JJ.
Yeah, JJ.
JJ Abrams.
Yes, JJ Abrams. JJ Abrams, she messaged me first. She said, and this wasn't your normal one, but it's still kind of cringy. Said, all right, I'm here. What are your other 2 wishes?
Ooh.
Which is kind of cringe, but whatever. Then I said, if you think you can send funny pickup lines and get in my pants, ... Then I used another message. I said, ... It's working.
I love it. Where did you come up with such a genius message to respond to that?
Oh, I think my mom gave it to me, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was your mom?
It was a pretty good recommendation there.
Oh, I see. Sure. I see how it is. Yeah. Well, we need to have your mom on the podcast then, because she is a genius.
What do you think, Billy Bob? We should have my mom on?
I never met her.
Oh, she would be great.
Yeah, she'd be all right.
She would get us some fan mail for sure.
No, that's not true. But
she'd be like,
Jerry Chase, you need to pick up your room.
Even though I don't live there.
Oh, she will still tell you, dude.
Oh, for sure. But anyway, no, I got that obviously from Ryan. Here, he was helping me out a little bit. And then she said, oh, is it? And I said, I think so. Definitely makes me want to take you on a romantic date. And based on that line, it's going to go straight into the routine again that we kind of covered the last, on my last date.
Or you can watch the whole thing on KismetAcademy.com.
That's true, yeah. If you want to learn the whole routine, go on to Kismet Academy and we'll have it covered for you.
Or you can buy the Kismet Academy Field Guide and read them all at one time.
Gotta read them all.
All right. Gotta read them all. Just like STDs. Gotta catch them all.
Billy Bob knows about that one.
Yeah, tell us about your gonorrhea.
You?
Yo, tell us about gonorrhea. Well, I thought you said you got gonorrhea from your prostitute.
Nope, never have.
Oh.
What is this, pick on fucking Bill Day or something?
Maybe
or
that was
what?
me.
Yeah, that could have been you.
I think it was me that got
Could have been you.
gonorrhea. That's okay.
But anyway.
I took antibiotics.
She ran the routine there, gave her my number. She messaged me. And we messaged back and forth a couple of times. She was getting kind of boring, so I was like, you know what? Like, I'm not really into it. So, waited for a while. I didn't send her any messages. And then, here's where it gets interesting. She messages me on Bumble again. And she says, OMG, you blocked me. Laughing face emoji. I was going to have sex with you.
What?
Yeah.
And did you block her?
I did not block her. I just hadn't responded.
Okay.
So,
So if it's on Bumble, you can't block them. You just unmatch.
well, I think she had meant like on texting because she was messaging me on Bumble, assuming that I had blocked her on text
Oh.
because I hadn't responded.
Oh. And why did you respond?
Because she was boring.
Okay, so you're doing the classic, like, wait a little bit and then hit her with something interesting.
Well, I mean, she was not interesting, so I was just like, well, it's not even worth it to message her. Like,
Yeah, if you're going to be a
she's not
6,
interesting.
you got to at least be interesting to talk to. I mean, for God's sakes. You know? If you're trying to talk to someone like Jerry Chase, who has got literally every single girl at his fingertips and seduces more women than I can ever imagine, then you better come correct. And you better come up with some fucking amazing shit to say, or else he will not respond.
Listen, I be having some hoes.
He does have the hose. I've
And-
never seen anybody pull hose. That many hose.
Yep, that's true. I do.
9s and 10s, son.
I do handle lots of bitches.
And if you got to be a 6, then you better say some mesmerizing shit.
And that mesmerizing shit was, I was gonna have sex with you.
Now, I would respond to that. That would get my attention.
So I started freaking out. I was like, what? I didn't block this girl. Also, she's gonna have sex with me. Okay, let's message her. So I messaged Ryan, and it was like, hey, like, what should I say to this? This is weird. So we decided that we weren't gonna respond on Bumble, just to prove that I hadn't blocked her. So I sent her a text and I said, WTF, what makes you think I blocked you? Laughing face emoji. And then I responded to the last message that she had sent me almost immediately. And the last message she had said is, I'm not driving to Richmond.
Virginia?
No. Yeah, Richmond, Virginia.
I don't even remember us being in Richmond, Virginia.
No, I don't know. I think it was like in between times when we were recording or something.
Oh, I got you. Must have been our layover when we came back from Russia.
Right, it was when I was playing basketball with Coach Carter.
Right. Okay, now
Yeah.
I remember.
For sure. But,
Bill, why do you look so miserable right now? He looks like he wants to kill us both. You okay? Are you alright?
kill us both!
Do you wanna interject something?
No.
Are you pissed?
Let's go.
He sounds like he's pissed.
Just do your thing. Well, we have this until 9 o'clock. Like, we don't,
Yeah, guys, this
We
is
don't
gonna
need
be
to
the
go
longest
fast.
podcast ever. We're gonna be here until they close the prison.
Yep, the prison.
Until lights out.
It's gonna close at 9.
We'll be here till lights out, guys. So double the waste of your time.
Exactly.
We're gonna waste 2 hours of your time tonight.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3, if you're lucky.
Just depends on how we're feeling. So,
Bill is not.
if
feeling
Billy
good.
Bob doesn't chip her up a little bit, then we're gonna waste 3 hours of your time.
So, guys, everyone, go tweet Billy Bob right now. If you're listening to this, tell him to chip her up so that we'll wrap this podcast up and get out of your hair. He's giving us the stank eye. Why? Why the stank eye?
Do you want to give them my Instagram?
Kismet Academy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go talk to him on Kismet Academy Instagram. You'll know it's the one with the wolf in the picture that says Kismet Academy. Anyway, back to the story.
Also, you'll know it because there's a crack whore in one of the pictures as well.
Oh yeah, there is a crack whore.
There's no fucking crack whore. And also Kismet Academy on YouTube you can go to.
Yeah, you can do that as well.
Yeah, you could comment on it.
We didn't
And
talk about
comment and subscribe and try to be one of the 100 winners.
Rate and subscribe.
Yes.
100 winners.
100 winners that are going to get Kismet Academy
Yeah.
absolutely free.
Swipe up.
It's not just free, it's absolutely free.
Swipe up to